All right, well, we got home a week and a half ago and we pretty much just parked this in the driveway and it has been sitting here ever since. We kind of we took out all the stuff that we needed and then the other stuff is just kind of in here. But what we're hoping to do today is to finish up the projects that are left. So the main thing is the bathroom that we need to do, and then also I want to sew curtains and cover
most important,
Tom's most important priority, cover the ugly couch. And so we want to work on that today. I'm hoping if Tom tackles the bathroom, I can tackle the couch, that it doesn't have to take a long time. We can get this packed up and then put back away in the shed, or packed up and go on another trip. We're still kind of undecided about that.
Let's go on another trip.
Tom's like, let's just hit the road again, so.
Well, I feel like if we're all kind of grounded to our house, why don't we get grounded to our movable house? Right,
go somewhere cool, somewhere a little warmer.
If it was warmer, if it was like 20, 30 degrees warmer and it was springtime and we could start planting stuff and
yeah, if we could be working outside right now.
If we get to be doing all that stuff, I would say no way, let's stay here.
Yeah, it'd be a lot different. That's true.
But it's not really what the weather is like right now.
So, I don't know. We'll let you know. But in the meantime, until we decide that, we'll try and get some projects done in here. So why don't we show the bathroom and what we still need to do.
This bathroom is even smaller than Auntie Dinah's bathroom.
Yeah, I know. I feel like we're on a bathroom kick right now. So you saw her makeover yesterday, which actually had me thinking, we got countertop paint by Rust-Oleum to do this counter in the kitchen one, and then just didn't do it. I feel like that paint that we used in her bathroom would work very well in here as another option, but we don't have to decide that right now. But what we need to do is prime the walls and paint them, and prime and paint the cabinet. So
is everything getting the same primer?
Yes.
So just primer it all.
Yeah, that's what's kind of nice. And what's funny is that before we left, we thought we were gonna need a lot more. There's this whole open wall here in the bathroom. We're like, why doesn't it have storage? We're gonna need to add storage so we have enough space for all of our bathroom stuff.
That's what the shower is for.
We don't actually, well, yeah, the shower, we didn't put bathroom stuff in there.
No, I'm just saying we stored stuff that while we were traveling, while the camper was behind the truck.
Yeah.
But no, we didn't need any more space.
So I don't even feel like we have to add more storage to it. I do want to take off that ugly ring and the towel bar. And then we'll show you how we hung our towels in here. But other than that, I think we're more than fine on storage. So we're just gonna paint it up. Maybe we'll put a picture or something in there. Yeah, okay. And then for couch ugly, we're just gonna cover it with gray drop cloth. So
not just cover it. You're gonna custom make gray drop cloth to fit on it and look super cool, right?
Yeah, ultra custom.
Cool edging, right?
Exposed
cool edge
seams. That's the plan.
So you're not just gonna cover it up with.
I've never done anything like that before.
I know, but you're going to do it, right?
But Tom is super jacked about it.
Well, you've been telling me.
I know. So, yeah. Oh, here we go. It's happening. I just think it's going to be a lot of work.
Hey, I did all my lot of work. Now it's your turn.
Oh, I know. So if you saw our video on Wednesday, we spray painted Diana's vanity with appliance epoxy. I'm calling that a win. It turned out very well, and Tom is still, he won't make an official statement until 30 days in, so we can see how it's holding up. So anyways.
Come on.
But now I may have become overconfident that I can just paint
spray paint anything? Yeah.
And so some of you had actually mentioned couch ugly, what if you painted it? I had seen other people do chalk paint on upholstery with success. And so I was like, hey, let's just try it. All right, I'm still a little surprised Tom is letting us do this, but we got the chalk paint, so it's called Aged Gray. What I read was to go over the cushion with a lint roller just to get any obvious loose pieces off of it. And then some said that you should either water down the paint, spray down the cushion first with a spray bottle, dip the brush in water and then in the paint so that the paint isn't too thick and that it spreads well, but then some people said you don't have to do that. So it seems like it kind of depends on the chalk paint that you're using. So I'm just gonna give it a try and see if it feels like it's going on too thick, and if it is, then I will start using some water with it. Or hopefully it's just fine how it is and I don't have to do that. So we're gonna get it painted and try and do like a thin coat, let it dry completely, and then do another thin coat. So that is the plan. We'll see how it goes.
So me being a car guy, that would be like, hey, why don't you just rattle can your car?
Yeah.
Or hey, let's brush paint it.
Okay, so here's what I thought, is that we kind of don't have anything to lose, because if it doesn't turn out, then we're just gonna recover it anyways, and so...
Time and money, that's what we have to lose, time and money.
So here's my concern. When I first told Tom that like, hey, I will recover the cushions, I was looking at like the dinette cushions way long before we ever thought we were gonna just like pull that out. They're square, they're easy, I found a tutorial, it looked really cool, so I was like, yeah, we'll totally do that. What I didn't realize was how the couch was actually upholstered, and like the backside was open and it had the D-rings, and Tom's like, well yeah, that's how a vehicle is upholstered. I'm like, well, I didn't know that, and if I had, I don't know if I would have been as eager to recover them. So I was getting intimidated by it and looking for other solutions. Okay, so after one coat, this is what it looks like.
Exactly what Tom thought it would look like.
Painted upholstery?
Yeah.
So you can kind of see, this is what I expected, is that you can see the floral pattern coming through. Everything I read said that it'll take 2 coats. So you do a second, so you let it dry well in between coats, do a second coat, and then you actually sand it to make it feel soft again. After I put on 2 coats, it was very like scratchy and rough.
Kind of like you would expect painting upholstery would be like.
Yeah. So then I knew though that there was still another step, and that was to sand it. So then I started sanding it, and then it became much softer and more pliable. And I realized...
Very dusty.
And very dusty. I realized my fatal mistake was that many people said that you should thin the paint, or that you should water it down.
I think the flaw is in the idea altogether.
That's okay.
That's the flaw.
And so I think it went on a little bit too thick, because the first time I went to like put my weight on it to kind of act like sitting on it, it like wrinkled, and it didn't.
Again, exactly like you would expect painting upholstery would do.
So I think this, I don't think the technique is flawed. I think this is still very possible. It just needs a lot more sanding than I would have liked. I wish I would have just put on less paint.
Okay, I feel like Dawn and I disagree a lot on these things, and you guys can attest to that, but I feel like with what she's talking about right here, there is a defined people who are going to say that's the worst idea possible, and people who are going to say, oh yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, so...
I think the people who are going to say the worst idea possible is going to be...
Yeah,
easily the majority.
Let us know what you think.
Because I thought from the get-go it was a terrible idea.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. I think it could still work. I think if it needs to be sanded a little bit more, and then you have to seal it. So you can let it sit out in the sun. There's like an ironing technique, or you can put furniture wax on it. And so I still think that it could have worked. It's soft. It has like a suede finish. Again, my sewing skills are like, I was in 4-H growing up, and I sewed some simple clothes from patterns, and everything else I just make up as I go. And so I don't have like super fancy skills when it comes to reupholstering, and there's lots of curves, there was some tufting, and that's what worried me, and then how it was assembled in the back. So I think if Tom wants to recover it, we do have extra time right now, and I'm totally fine with that, and we'll let you know how that goes. I am admitting that this didn't go as planned, and I'm okay with it being recovered now, but I don't think the whole process is flawed. I think I just made some mistakes with it. Okay, so the other project today, or the other project that we wanted to get done, was the bathroom.
All right, so I have all of the priming done in here now. Hi. Everything here is primed. It's not actually drying super fast. And I'm thinking that that is probably because it is colder in the camper right now. So I think what I need to do is turn the heat up. I just have an electric space heater running right now, and I think that I need to turn the heat up the propane heat to increase the temperature in here so that this dries, because it's not really wanting to dry right now.
It takes a good 4 coats on these walls to cover things.
And the best part about this bathroom is it's teeny tiny, and you think, oh, that'll probably go
and you're
really
like,
fast.
oh, got paint there.
Oh, no,
paint
yeah,
there.
up, yeah, no, got it on my back, got it on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Needless to say, wear clothes that you don't care
care
about, because it's a tiny space and you're going to constantly pump into paint.
Alright, so we have 2 coats of primer on, 1 coat of paint on the cabinet. So now I'm going to put on just another coat of the white paint that we have that we've been putting on everything. And then another coat on the cabinet and it will be almost done. We didn't do the mirror because I think we're going to try and take that down. It's actually a medicine cabinet that we don't use and doesn't stay closed when we're traveling. And so
I actually had the same thought as you did about painting the trim around it, the base cabinet color,
yeah,
but I was tired.
Waste of time, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't stay closed. That's the thing. If while you're traveling the medicine cabinet stayed closed, that would be great. But I did not know this, and when we took our trip a few weeks ago, I put some stuff in it and everything fell out while we drove.
But I am glad that we kind of waited to do it until after we've used the camper one time, because I think we can take out the medicine cabinet and we won't miss it. It kind of sticks out from the wall, and I think I'd rather just visually have that space back and have a flat mirror on the wall. We put hooks above the toilet to put our bath towels on. My idea was that it would double as where the towels are stored, but then also they could dry after we shower by hanging there, and I think that worked out okay. When we were on the really bumpy road in Texas, a couple of them fell off, but what can you do? Deal. And then we had some stuff that was just kind of perpetually sitting out on the counter for like Tom and I to get ready, so that's why I got these like canvas bags, and I like that you can take them into the house, put your stuff in them, take them back out, they're washable. So I think that'll work well too, so that when we're traveling, we don't always have to.
And like we didn't use the bathroom for more than just bathroom and brushing of teeth, so.
Yeah, and even brushing the teeth, a lot of times the kids would come out to the sink because there was more room. And so I did put that little basket above there so they can put their toothbrush stuff in there when we're stationary, when we're not moving around.
Otherwise they just throw it all over the counter.
Otherwise
what they
it's
did.
kind of everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, we never used the shower except for storage, which I think that's how we kind of anticipate it might be moving forward, but at least we still have the option. And then I also got just this gray basket to put down in that cubby, and I just put like my curling irons and blow dryer and stuff down there. Yeah, so we're definitely not feeling like we're lacking storage in here. But it is kind of fun now we got the bathroom done. We're kind of closing in on like the projects in here, which feels good. Like there's some caulking that needs to be done, and
some upholstering that needs to be done.
Some upholstering. We got time. And the stairs are still in the exact same condition that we left them.
Like
so
literally exactly the same.
I think Tom's kind of putting that off. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe not. So, all right. Well, we would love to know what you're up to this weekend. Are you using the extra time to tackle some little projects around your house? It feels so good, you know, even at Diana's house, spray painting the heat registers and cleaning up the baseboards and painting and finishing up those little projects. It's really like gratifying, don't you think?
It's super gratifying.
Yeah, and it just feels good to have like those little things done, and it makes our house feel nice.
I think that's the thing right now, is that like our stair project, it's a really big project.
Yeah.
And I've been going fairly hard for a while now, and I'm really tired.
Yeah.
And so I just look at that project still and I think that's still just like a long way off.
Yeah.
If it was like 2 afternoons worth of work to knock it out, I'd be like, it'd be done.
Right.
But it's kind of like looking at a big mountain right now after you already came up like this really high.
Yeah.
And you're just really tired and you're looking up thinking, that's a long way to go yet.
Yeah. All right, well, we would love to know what you're up to this weekend. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, we'd really like it if you subscribed, but that's up to you. No pressure.
If you'd also like some mindless entertainment, you can go over to Trucks and Tractors.
Yeah, actually, you're gonna have a video about losing some hay bales on the side of the road.
Yeah, not like little square bales, like jumbo brown bales.
So if you want to just feel better about your life, it might help a little bit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Right? If you want to feel like, hey, I'm not the only one who has that.
That stuff like that happens too. Yeah. All right, we love you. We hope you have a great weekend, and we'll visit with you again soon.
Bye-bye.